Hi, this is Tommy Hayes again from Paranormal Investigation UK. This particular video is an addition to movie 171 from the Cheshire Investigation. This one I'm actually going to title 171B. The reason for that is that the 171 concentrated on the visual anomalies, which just turned out to be dust and insects, that type of thing, as well as some noises sounding like shuffling together with some bangs. I'm fairly confident with that one, certainly 95% confident that is somebody driving a car away and the door slamming, either leaving the building or going to the building, even though it is 4:30. Never disclude a business property, even though it's stated as a 9 to 5, that there are 24 hours of the hours in the day, and there are 365 days of the year. So I think we have found other alternative reasons for that. That left us with one particular issue which was noted. Those who watched 171, watched movie 170, will have noticed that we picked up this, what sounded like a voice at the beginning of the capture. We didn't deal with that. We just concentrated on the main query, which were these bangs and strange shuffling sounds. So we're now going to go back to it. So I've actually loaded up a fresh movie into this. It's the same movie as before, but with no enhancement whatsoever. We're not particularly interested in the movie at all, because we've already reviewed that earlier, and it is the same movie. We're just interested in the audio. So what I'm actually going to do, as before, I'm just going to bring an analyzer into play, and I'm using EQ for that sole reason of increasing the volume. I'm actually going to put this flat out, because when we looked at 170 before, we were able to do that, even though it does increase the background hiss by some margin. So let's just play that back. We should get that quite early on, because it was the first thing that was noticed. There. Okay. So around about 3 seconds. Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll just keep the first six seconds, delete that out, and put back just that section there. Okay, when you review audio, just always leave 2-3 seconds before, 2-3 seconds after. Any sort of spectrum analyzer takes a second or so for it to analyse and give you the reading. So it's important that you give it that ability. So that's the reason why within about 3 seconds, so about 3 seconds before, 3 seconds after. But the problem at the moment, we can't actually hear. I'll just loop that, keep it playing. We haven't got a frequency showing here. Let me just play that. That there. There isn't a frequency. That's a problem, because you can't enhance it if you don't know where it is. This is just low end hum really, because I turn the volume up to maximum. If I turn it down, obviously it stops. So that's just caused by that. I can still hear it there. A bit low. So what we're going to try and do is lift the fader in track 1. And what you're looking for is little tiny little jumps. Really difficult. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to turn our attention to EQ just to see if we're able to get rid of some of the noise. I just can't see any frequency. There's like a funny breathy sound at the beginning of that there. That's that frequency. Right, I'm just going to loop that bit and we're going to try again. Okay, I can't see any frequency. The way we're going to play with this is we can hear the sound, and I'm going to start taking frequency out with this graphic equalizer. At some point you begin to hear a change in this, that you begin to get decrease in volume because I've taken the EQ out of it. I'm going, general idea of this, if it is human, we're going to be around, let's say, 500, we'll go to about 2. I'll take all the frequencies before and after it and go from there, so let's give this a go. Okay, I've been able to cut this down to about 5 frequencies, and also it's a question now increasing them frequencies to see if we can enhance it any further. Back in the EQ, in fact I'll use this one, so it just disappears. Let's just get that back at the beginning. Yeah, you just see here between about 700 to 1000. As you hear the sound, his little jump showing that there's an increase in frequency in that area. That's quite difficult to get any better. It's such a low grade. In fact, I think we've done well to get it to that point. Could be anything. I was just interested just to see if we were dealing with an EVP. It's certainly within the human spectrum, so we have got one answer. You could argue that it could be a dog. Yeah, I'm satisfied that that's the frequency which is there. Could be dog. Very difficult. We've had a number of dogs here which have been in the human frequency, and we've had clear voices. It's very difficult. We've got pareidolia, a term that you're familiar with, coming into play as well. So it's one of them. We can't go any further. You can't make a silk purse ourselves here. It's just interesting because even though we can't make out what it is a sort of human base frequency. What's it doing there? But we've also got to be aware of the fact that this is included with the other captures, which is somebody leaving the building, the bottom of the building, and then driving the car away. It could be associated with that. So we found that useful. It's you can't always get answers to it, but I'm generally going to, even though if it was a voice connected, a genuine voice, we could still connect that to the other sounds which we've now, I think, conclusively shown is somebody leaving the building, the doors banging, as well as the car driving away. That just adds to that. So this is end of 171B. If you've not watched 171, I suggest you do so because it's all put packaged together. Okay, see you soon.